worked it. Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Picks and Sticks podcast, a fun music podcast where four great friends talk about the music, bands, and songs that they love. I'm Moro.
I'm Gordo.
I'm Cecil.
And I'm Huff. And this is Picks and Sticks. I think this is the part where I start talking. It's been a long time.
Around there.
It's been a long time since we've done this.
Long time since a rock and roll.
We're back. We're back at the Palatial Studios. Yeah, it's been kind of a crazy summer. So for those that have been wondering where the hell we've been, I don't even know what happened all the time. It was like it seemed like it was May, and then it was September.
Exactly what happened. We were talking barbecue dishes, and now it's getting cold.
Yeah, we're fighting about fucking potato chips.
Now what? Comfort food?
And then
Donuts.
We're gonna. Cecil did bring the maple bacon donuts, so we're gonna hit that after because we honestly we didn't think you'd want to hear us eat on mic, so we'll change that. But you know, today it's gonna be wall to wall music. So strap yourself in. That's all we're doing.
Shit.
We got a bunch of shit that the guys don't even really know what we're doing. I don't know what we're doing. I got a sheet of paper here that hopefully will guide me somewhere. But how you guys been? What's going on?
Good to be here, chilling.
Mm-hmm.
Literally.
How's your new mic? Do you like it?
It's great. I feel like the lead singer of the band.
Yeah, that's the same mic that Neil Fallon was using in the concert we were watching earlier.
Red alert.
Hey, Boss
My
Metal's
Boss Metal mic.
There you go. So, we are back. As a reminder, our email address is picksandstickspodcast@gmail.com. We're on social media. You can find us on Instagram at Picks and Sticks Podcast, and we're on Twitter, Picks and Sticks 2. Today we're talking. It's kind of dual purpose. We're going to talk about the band Clutch, but they've also got a new album that was just released a week ago, Sunrise on Slaughter Beach. So we're going to talk about that, the history of the band, how that album kind of fits into their catalog, so on and so forth. But let's start with some music news first. Reaction time.
Reaction time. Oh, cool.
Taylor Swift is going to play the Super Bowl halftime show. How do we feel about that?
I'm in.
Pretty good.
What's she wearing?
Is that yay or not yay?
What's she
No,
wearing?
we've established we're big T Swift fans here.
I think it's going to be great. I bet you she puts on a great show.
I'm going yay. Yeah.
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 Yay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, I think that'll be a...
T Swift? Who else was with her?
I honestly think for a performer like that, I feel like it's going to be really, really good.
Would it be just her, or don't they bring in
I'm sure she'll bring...
other people to balance things out?
T Swift and Coldplay? No.
Oh.
I'd rather see Clutch play the whole show, but
That'd be incredible.
Yeah.
That would be good.
They would do it for a lot
that'd
cheaper.
be way better.
Be way cheaper.
Save some dough.
Yeah, man.
100%.
It's got to be someone else with her.
They usually do. You're not going to find out till like January when they start talking about
It'd be a wrap.
Be like Ice-T or someone?
Ice-T.
Yeah.
Could you imagine
Ice-T
the
and
body count?
Ice-T Swift.
T Swift.
Is it true he's the longest standing actor on any syndicated TV show?
I don't know.
No, of all
Really?
time. 'Cause
What?
He's been on Law and Order for
8,000 years.
I think like 30 years now.
Really?
Has it been on that long?
I don't know.
Long time.
I just heard that.
Huh.
I heard he was the longest standing actor on any sort of one of those shows like that.
Really?
Not like a soap opera, because
Yeah.
isn't like
Yeah.
Young and the Restless, isn't that been going since the 1800s?
I don't have the facts here, but
That's
that's what I
gangster.
heard.
You know what, Morrow? I'm glad you brought that up with they're not when you don't have the facts because you're keeping it on brand. we're just gonna say shit, and it might be true. It might not.
I'm sure it's true. But anyway,
It sounds like
Could be.
it's a
Says
fact.
I
here
feel
he's been
like
there
it-
since
it-
2000.
What's that?
Been on it since 2000.
Law and Order. So 20,
shit.
22 years,
What?
not 30.
Wow, good fact check.
Never seen it. You guys seen it?
I'm
it's gotta
not
be
a-
good.
I'm
Law and
not a
Order's
lo-
good.
I'm not a
Couple
Law and
episodes.
Order guy.
Not a fan. But he's a metal guy, a hip hop legend,
Yeah.
and a Law and Order. I don't know what would you call him, savant.
Yeah, and I think he's doing some spoken word too.
Yeah, the guy's unreal. Unreal. Love Ice-T.
That would be great. Well, there you go. So we got a
It's
yay.
delicious.
I'll come back to no, you know what? Let's do this too. The Pantera tribute band.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
That's I know. Is that if they come to your town, is that a yay or a not yay?
oh hell yeah!
Oh, it's a yay. 100%.
Yay, 100% yay.
That's a yay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who's in it again?
Zach Wilde.
Yeah.
Charlie
Charlie Benante.
Benante.
Who's playing bass?
Rex. He's always played bass.
That's right. The guy that's alive.
the guy that's alive.
And Phil.
And Phil. Well,
He's
of
gonna
course.
sing.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry, I thought the bass player was.
That might be
wasn't with
good.
us
I don't
either.
know how he's going to sing like that. He's
Well-
aged probably a fair bit.
They've got 3 shows coming up. I think they're in Europe coming up like near the end of this year. You know there's going to be video and shit out there.
I've seen him on YouTube within the last 2 years. He was really good still.
I think he's got to be good.
And Zach is practicing. Have you seen his videos on YouTube?
Yeah.
Yeah, you showed me that video. It was unbelievable.
He's like, yeah, he's practicing.
Hey, it's podcast day. They can't see your little finger movements. Whoops.
Well, you're going to have to be the color man. You're going to have to
He's moving
just-
his fingers
you're gonna-
up and down an imaginary fretboard very quickly.
Because it's a tribute and they're not trying to make new music. I find it.
It's gonna be good.
I think it's great
Yeah.
that they're trying to learn it. And when he did Zach Sabbath, he didn't try and put his own flavor into it. He just played Black Sabbath. So
And from
I think he's
what
gonna
I
do the
saw, what you showed me, that Zach Sabbath, unbelievable. I'm pissed off that they played that small venue here a number of years ago. I think it was maybe 5-6 years ago. They played at what is now the back alley that used to be the marquee, that used to be the back alley. And they played there. And I don't know how many people you can get in that venue, but
Not more than 500.
That's what I was going to say. Like I saw David Wilcox play there and it was amazing. Zach Sabbath would have blown the fucking roof off the place.
Damn straight.
So missed out on that. So
We got to go.
we're jacked up about the Pantera band. What else? What else did I hear about? Oh, there's a biography on the band Sublime that's going to hit the theaters. It's the director that did the Hunger Games. I don't know. They haven't announced any of the actors or anything, but they're doing a biopic, if you will.
Are they biography worthy? Yeah or no?
I don't know. I'm a not yay on that one.
I'm a not yay either. What have you done? Really? Documentary?
Me, the fact that it's going to theaters, I think, is what's throwing me off. I think if it was on Netflix, maybe I'd give it a whirl. But
Must be a story we don't know about.
What are they, like orphans and like save someone from a
I don't
burning
know.
building?
Aren't
Come on.
you,
Beach Farm.
Cease? Aren't you
Oh.
the Sublime guy of the
Huge
four of us?
Sublime fan. Yeah, never heard of this coming out though. But
Well, I'm here to educate, man.
and I'm not. Don't
That's
know
what I
much
do.
of their personal stories because he did.
Well, maybe you need to go and see the movie, then you'll be educated on what
That's
happened.
right. Probably like Lords of Dogtown or something.
That was a great movie.
That-
I loved Lords of
Yeah,
Dogtown.
that was good.
That was outstanding. So that's happening. I got some stats for you here. Actually, so the Motley Crue and Def Leppard stadium tour, Poison and Joan Jett were on that. Did you see the tour gross numbers on this?
No. I saw some footage, Joe. Yikes.
Anyone with a guess?
So we're talking.
Now stop reading my notes. I see
No,
you.
are-
You
So
fucking
they come-
cheater.
What kind of
You're like
stats
the
you got?
guy in the math class stealing all my answers.
So
You
what's
dick.
the answer? Like average attendance or like percentage of capacity? Like
It
what
is.
kind of number you
It
got
is total gross amount so far.
there? Oh, like dollars earned.
Dollars.
It can't be that good.
It's got to be a couple million they've earned.
It's gotta be great.
10 million.
50 mil.
Can't be that good.
Moral, you have a guess?
$1 billion.
1 billion.
I have no fucking clue. No, I don't know.
173.5 million.
What the shit?
Oh,
Yeah, dude. Yeah. They're packed. I know. I read that and I was like, what?
I saw some footage. It was really bad.
You know what?
Motley Crue.
Yeah.
The Motley
That's the
Crue
only part I
stuff
saw.
isn't great.
That's the only part I saw.
I will say this. The Def Leppard
yeah.
sounded exceptional. Really? Sounded really, really good.
I'm sure Joan Jett's probably.
I like Def Leppard. I think just their choice in instruments made a big deal for me. Like they had not the electronica shit, played all those tunes with more just
Balls.
rock and roll.
Yeah.
Would have been a bigger fan.
Well,
Yeah.
their first couple albums are great. And then things kind of went off the rails a little bit. But
So
anyway.
who's the other bit? So Joan Jett should
And
be
Poison.
good.
And Poison.
Oh,
CC
God.
DeVille. Just an absolute wizard.
Is that the original singer?
Everyone's
Yeah.
everyone
Bret
must be
Michaels?
going to see Joan Jett. Who would go see the other bands?
You know what? Friends of mine went and they
Surprisingly
said it
me.
was excellent.
I'd be down with
They
Poison.
really enjoyed it. Jay and Michelle went.
wouldn't go.
Shout out to Jay and Michelle.
I wouldn't go even if you gave me free tickets.
Okay, that was going to be my. I actually have that. Would you go see it, even if it was?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, you're a
Fucking
yay.
awesome.
Free
Me-
ticket.
What?
Me and Cease are going.
I'm
Not
done.
Let's go.
chance.
If I had free tickets, maybe, but no, I wouldn't pay it.
I'd pay for that. That'd be a
I
freaking
wouldn't pay a
blast.
dime. For
Yeah, I
that.
would. I would go.
Morrow and
If you
I'll just
paid
sit
me-
here. We'll just sit here being bitter.
If you
Right?
paid me, I'd go.
Just heard talk dirty to me today. It's great.
He's a great guitarist.
Oh my god!
CC DeVille.
CC the
He's
crap.
unbelievable.
Cecil DeVille.
They picked him over Slash, but you know.
What a great call.
And then the last thing, I don't know how much footage did you guys see of that the Foo Fighters, the Taylor Hawkins tribute show from Wembley Stadium?
Glad you brought that up. Something else, eh?
Enough to enjoy it.
That was really good.
Yeah,
It's a big show.
So everybody saw
Caught
it?
bits and pieces. Yeah, it was bullshit because the day it came out, you could stream or I don't know what the
Yeah, it
you
was-
watch the whole concert.
It was
and
live
then-
stream, yeah.
And then, but even after, so the whole thing was on YouTube. The
Yeah.
whole
Yeah.
concert 6 hours. Then they broke it up. It was just fragmented. You
Yeah.
can only catch.
Yeah, it's highlights and shit now.
Yeah.
I hate
It
that.
happened fast.
It was weird because it started at 9:30 in the morning our time on that Saturday. And I knew it was on, but I thought it was like a couple hours. I figured it was like a Foo concert and they're going to have some different people come in and play some songs, whatever. So I watched an hour and then the boy had hockey. So as you know with hockey, it's like it was a 40-minute travel time and then the ice time's an hour and a half. Like the whole thing is like it's a 4-hour period for me to go and for the hour and a half that he's actually on the ice.
Had to tie his skates.
Had to tie his skates, put all his gear on. But it was funny because we left. So the concert started at 9:30 in the morning. We left at 10:30. We were coming back. I got home at about 20 after 2. And I walked in the house and it was still on. And Chris is still sitting on the couch. She's like, fuck, I've got nothing done. Absolutely nothing. She had the list, the things you want to do on the weekend. She didn't get any of it done. She's been sitting there. And I'm like, this can't still be the same concert. She's like, oh, yeah. So then I watched it until the end. And then I went back because it was still available and watched the rest of it. So it was
It's 5.5? 6?
6 hours.
Jesus.
It was 6 hours. So I don't know any highlights, gentlemen, from what you've seen.
There's
So
kid on the young kid on the drums.
That was crazy.
He is-
On My Hero.
He had his drummer face.
Yep.
Great drummer
Good
face.
drummer face.
Yeah.
I like the intro, Liam.
Oh,
Yeah.
Liam Gallagher just
that's
starting.
That was
someone's
awesome.
got to be first.
I loved that too.
Yeah, he was great.
I didn't know that was happening.
What song did they played? Shit, I forget what it was. Rock and roll.
Rock and Roll Star
Yeah.
and
I don't remember the other one. It was, but he sounds great.
yeah, I can't remember what the
Right?
yeah, he sounded great. Absolutely. I would go and watch him again. I was showing you earlier the one I think that people may have missed was Kesha was playing with
No way.
his band Chevy Metal. She played this T-Rex cover tune. She covered this T-Rex tune and knocked it out of the fucking park. It was unbelievable.
Really?
Performance.
Pretty good.
Is
It
it
was-
bang a gong?
No, it wasn't.
it wasn't.
No, it was what was it? Children something.
It's kind of heavy, really.
It was heavy.
They made it heavy.
It was-
funny.
T-Rex credited with the original glam rocker.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. They were. That was outstanding.
How about the Rush?
I loved it.
Out of left, you liked the
Nice.
Rush.
I know.
The Rush
Yeah.
was good.
That was surprisingly
The Rush
good, wasn't it?
really good.
And I will say, they did the instrumental.
Yes.
Tremendous. I've been sitting on this for like a month, dying to tell you guys, because I was gonna send it out and say, because I am a well known. It's documented that I am a Rush hater. But that whole set, they did a 3-song kind of set. I thought was fabulous.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, it was
I gotta
really
see
good.
that.
It was unreal.
Good.
I really loved it. I think
Incredible.
it might have been really good because Geddy Lee didn't sing much. 'Cause
Yeah.
I want to.
Oh, that's probably right.
Right, I want to punch him in the face. But it was really, really good. I thought Josh, I always call him Homie, but
Josh
Homme.
them Crooked Vultures.
Well,
and,
before that, though,
Queens of the Stone
he
Age.
did the David Bowie cover. He did Let's Dance, I think. He sounded exactly like David Bowie. It was weird.
He played. He
was
was
creepy.
on the stage for probably half that concert.
He played a lot. But them Crooked Vultures was incredible.
Yeah, they did a good job.
It was really good.
Yeah, they did a good job.
That was outstanding. I mean, the Wolfgang Van Halen, they did what they do. They played 2 Van Halen songs.
Yeah.
That was
Good Fire and what was the
Exceptional.
other one?
no, they did Panama,
Wolfat Van Halen.
Hot for Teacher.
Played Fire. Fire was
Hot
one,
for
I know that.
Teacher.
Hot for Teacher and Fire. That's right.
How good is Wolfgang?
Fire. That's Jimi Hendrix.
Oh, it was the Van Halen. That's off Van Halen. Van Halen.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
Should we sing it?
Yeah, I'm drawing a blank on that too. Yeah, that was really good. So anyway, today being September the 24th, so we're going to release this. I'm holding Morrow accountable now on the 25th, which is the Sunday. So as Cecil mentioned, it's hard to find that that concert, and then obviously they had all kinds of different drummers on there. Like the Queen set was great. I mean, the whole thing was really, really well done. So if you missed it, it's hard to find on YouTube. There's bits and pieces. However, they are doing one this coming Tuesday, so September the 27th. It's the Los Angeles one. So some of the people are going to be the same.
That's right.
But here's a couple of different names. So Sebastian Bach's going to be there. That might be outstanding. Geezer Butler's going to be there.
Nice.
Matt Cameron, I don't remember if he was at the other. Danny Carey, so he's the drummer for Tool. Phil Collin and Joe Elliott from Def Leppard will be there. That'll be
There's
outstanding.
a Phil Collin.
Collin?
Phil Collin is the dude.
way.
He's like
What about
60.
Phil Collins?
No, he's terrible. He can't play drums anymore. No, he's really hurt.
Yeah, he's banged up.
Yeah, he's banged
Can't
up.
play the drums?
But Phil Collin, if you ever see
I can feel it.
Def Leppard from back in the day, the dude that played guitar that always had no shirt on, that was Phil Collin. But the funny thing is he hasn't changed, and he's like 62 and he's fucking jacked. Like crazy jacked.
He's on roids,
He,
man.
of course he is, but he still plays guitar with no shirt on. So that he's going to be there. Stuart Copeland, Miley Cyrus.
Oh.
Can I give another band love? Are they going to be on the
What age
Supergrass?
do you stop
Let
having
me,
your shirt off when you play
let me
guitar?
see. So Josh Homey's going to.
Yeah,
Oh,
sure.
James Gang.
Did you guys see
Joan Jett.
Supergrass?
I'm trying to see if there
Who's
is.
in there?
Okay, let me go through the list and then come back to that. Okay. John Paul Jones. So I imagine them Crooked Vultures are going to play again. So if you missed that the last time, you have to see that. That's incredible. Kesha's going to be there, and I hope she plays the same song.
You know who else is going to be there?
Rush.
My girl Alanis.
Alanis is going to be there. That's correct.
Oh, Gord.
She's all grown up
Gord
now.
jacked up.
Yeah. Pink is going to play. Chris Novoselic
I like Pink.
will be there. Nikki Sixx, Chad Smith, Roger Taylor, Kim Thale. Oh, yeah. Lars is going to be there. And
Oh,
Thank God, Lars.
fucking straight out of, what is it? Straight out of Tempo.
ACDC again?
That was
Well-
terrible.
Yeah. Wolfgang Van Halen. Brad Wilk's going to be there.
Oh, rage.
So it doesn't look like Supergrass is going to be here. And so thanks for bringing that up too. The Supergrass, if you can find that on YouTube, the Supergrass was excellent.
I guess that was one of Taylor's favorite bands. Didn't
Yeah.
know that. And I used to like him back then. I haven't seen him in like 25 years do anything, right? But they were still really good.
I didn't even know them except for that one. They've got the one hit, All Right.
All right? Yeah.
And once you hear the song, you're like, oh, I know this song and I know this band. But the band was really, really good. So anyway, that's Tuesday the 27th, live from L.A. I think it's on at, I want to say 5 Pacific or
Sorry,
something.
zoned out. What day is that?
Something like it's on Tuesday. It's on Tuesday.
Tuesday.
It'll be a live stream, I think, just like the other one.
Would you agree that maybe, perhaps
Mm-hmm.
the low light was the Lars Ulrich AC/DC?
No, there's
No?
no.
No?
Yes.
Was there worse?
No.
There's worse.
No, the Back in Black was terrible. Was terrible because he
You can't play that.
he fucking butchered it, but he completely redeemed himself on what was it? The song I always want to say. It was "Let There Be Rock."
Yeah. That was a little bit
he
better.
was good on "Let There Be Rock."
Yeah, he's better.
I didn't love a lot of the Chevy metal
Yeah, there's a little much of that.
stuff and whatever that other band was. But,
James Gang.
I thought James Gang was actually pretty good, but I didn't love it.
Yeah, they're all right, eh?
They're all right. So anyway, check that out. While we're talking, before we get into Clutch, we were talking about some upcoming albums. So wanted to maybe, we do get some feedback sometimes that we need to look at some new music. So we kind of cut corners a little bit. It technically is new music, but it's kind of new music from old bands. So we found the loophole.
We're just dipping our toe in the pool.
Dipping
here.
the toe. So what we did was there's 2, 4, 6, there's 7 albums, and I just sent the guys one song to listen to, and then the question will be based on that one song, how jacked up about the album are you? So the albums are Weezer, which they've done. This is their 3rd album this year. These dummies they're doing the 4 seasons. So this is the autumn one. Came out on September 22nd. So that was this Friday that just passed. Dropkick Murphys have one coming out on September the 30th. Slipknot's new one on September 30th. Bush, October 7th. Red Hot Chili Peppers, which is their 2nd album in short time, that comes out October the 14th. Skid Row's got one October the 14th as well. And then Smashing Pumpkins, of course, in typical fucking Pumpkins, they've got a 33-song rock opera that's going to be released in 3 acts, which is basically 3 CDs or 3 albums, whatever. Each act, if you will be released every 11 weeks. There's also a box set that has an additional 10.
You know what, though?
What?
To make things worse, I don't know if you know this, they're releasing a song a week. So they're taking 33 weeks to release this.
No, I'm going to stab somebody.
Absolutely ridiculous.
So anyway,
Billy Corgan, settle down.
So the first album is supposed to drop November the 15th. So why don't we, even though this is the one that drops the latest, why don't we start there?
Which one we start on?
Smashing Pumpkins. So theirs is actually also called Autumn, although it's spelled differently. Is the name of the album. What was it? I didn't write down the name of the song. What was the name of the song that we listened to? Do you remember?
Shit, I don't. Starts with a G. No.
No.
Ginormous.
No. Anyway, so let's just say before you heard the song and after you heard the song, did your opinion change? And for the album, is it a yay or not yay?
So the song was Beguiled.
Beguiled, that's right. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Can I just give you a quick backstory? I used to love this band. The early couple albums, 3 albums were great.
Gish is awesome.
And then it's just Siamese Dream, tremendous album. And then it got a little ridiculous with Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness. This is the sequel to that, of course.
Okay.
And then they did some really bad albums. So I didn't know what to expect. I saw them in concert a couple of years ago. They were pretty good.
Okay.
But again, the new material, not good at all.
Okay.
This song I thought was pretty good. So I'm on the fence. I got to go yay. But it's a very, very lukewarm yay.
Did this song change your mind on the album? Were you like, nah, I'm not interested? Then you heard the song, go, well,
I'm interested. Yeah.
Okay.
It might not be terrible.
I'm in the same boat. This band has a lot of filler, but I enjoyed the song. Moral? Cease? Anyone?
Didn't hear it.
Pumpkins?
Yeah.
No.
Didn't like it?
No, I hated it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fair. The drum sound is awful. You have a great drummer. Why is it electronic? Come on.
Yeah.
Be better,
Yeah,
Billy.
you're not wrong.
But I'm the worst person to talk to about it because I'm
You-
not a fan.
Well, because he's a dick.
He is a dick.
He's a fucking dick.
I don't
Him
even
and
care-
Lars
I
should
don't
be in a
even care
band.
if he's a dick. There's a lot of bands with dicks in them, but he just seems like I don't know.
I heard him interviewed though. Isn't he into like
Himself.
into sports though? Like he's a big football.
I
He's
have
into
no
like
idea.
He likes
studying-
wrestling.
like something about studying concussions and shit like that.
Really?
And football and shit.
Really?
Could be wrong.
Okay.
Him and Lars
That's
should
not that
start a
interesting,
band.
is it?
I thought I heard the song and I heard it the first time tonight, to be honest, and I was like, nah.
Okay.
Like, what's he doing?
I don't know. Him
Okay.
and Lars should
Is he
start a band called
is he
the Bag of Dicks.
reinventing metal? Like, I don't know.
There's some chugga.
There's some chugga.
There's some chugga. So I like the riff. I don't mind the song, but I don't generally like Smashing Pumpkins. Okay, let's move on to Weezer. Weezer, that song that we listened to, and the album just came out, but there's sort of single, I guess, if you will, I think is What Happens After You. How do we feel about that? Yay or not yay?
I'm going to say something I never thought I'd say.
Uh-huh.
Too much Weezer. Why the fuck you got 4 albums coming out in a year?
You're not wrong.
Jesus Christ.
I'm a big yay. Fuck, that song is awesome.
It is a great song.
I'm going to throw this out there. I think I know why you like it. Because you know what this is?
I know what you're gonna say.
It's Maroon 5. It's this is Maroon 5 when they played their
I
instruments.
got it on my notes.
Right there.
This-
There it is, written down.
This is Maroon 5 with worse guitaring is what it is.
Worse.
Well, I don't.
Adam Levine is better than the
Rivers
fucking
Cuomo?
Oh man, the solo part.
The solo's good.
There's a few harmonies at the end that are just.
How are you going to
Yeah.
do Rivers like
But
that? You know
but
what?
did you write? You wrote it's Maroon 5.
The song,
100%.
Yeah, I did. I wrote it in my notes.
This could be on their first album.
But that song is really good.
You know what?
It is good.
I don't want to like it because I'm very sour on Weezer.
Yeah.
I hate a lot of the stuff they've been doing recently. But I really like this song.
I'm in your boat, man. I'm
I
not a
shouldn't-
big fan of some of the recent stuff. This song's a good start.
You know what this song is? It's Minimac.
It's
You don't
Too
you
much
don't
Mini-
understand why you like it, but you like it. You're like, I shouldn't technically like this, but I really like
Let's
this.
not go too far.
Okay.
It's a good song.
All right.
At first, I was listening to it and I was like, nah, you know what? Are you kidding me? And then about 2 minutes in, I was fucking dancing.
I know. Dude, driving, I was like 135 on Deerfoot. I was like, what is it? What am I doing here? Anyway,
The chorus is great. It's a
great.
good song.
And it is
Really good song.
it's outstanding. Dropkick Murphys, their new single is All You Phonies. How do we feel about Dropkick Murphys? Yay or not yay?
Dig him.
Yeah?
No, yeah, I'm not
Nay for me.
a huge fan, but I like the. Yeah, we saw him live at Matt Call. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah?
Good live band.
Did you listen
I
to
don't
the
mind.
song?
No,
CC
I
didn't
did.
do his homework.
not
Into it.
yay.
Not yay.
Dropkick Shitties should be their name. That was terrible.
The shit kick
I
Murphys.
like them too, but I didn't like that song.
Okay. 'Kay.
Spirit of the West with like
It was totally
bad singing and
Yeah.
heavier guitar.
It was like they were covering themselves, except badly.
and
It was a
yeah.
Dropkick Murphys tribute band.
That's totally
But all the original guys were in it.
I think
Okay.
I don't know. I think I didn't like the song, but the problem with them is I've never really liked them.
okay.
Like,
Yeah.
I've never been a fan. I've never been a fan, so for me to say that they suck is just because I've never been a fan.
It's
Yeah.
definitely one of those
Lots of
bands that
people
you
love
like when you're kind of wasted and you're just jumping around.
You're at
like
some
an idiot.
pub.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they're fantastic.
With your
But if you're at
kilt-
home,
with your kilt and your
like
fiddle,
doing dishes and like
Oh, I'd love to wear a kilt. I wish
Your
they were.
Stratocaster.
Oh, they're coming around.
Just
Dude-
air out the
dudes wearing
undercarriage.
skirts. Yeah,
Eh?
it's cool to wear a skirt now.
I'd rather be waterboarded than listen to that. Because then at least, at the end of the day, at least I would value my life instead of wanting to kill myself.
They're fun. They're fun music though.
So to summarize, that's a not yay.
It's not yet.
That's a not yay.
I'm exaggerating. of
No,
course.
I love it. I love it.
They
Keep-
do have some good songs.
No, Morrow, keep that up. I love it. We're going to go now. We're going to get it a little heavier. Slipknot. September 30th, their new album called The End So Far. We listened to a song called The Dying Song. They've released 3 songs off that album, but the song was The Dying Song. How do we feel about Slipknot? I know. Nay?
Yeah, I'm a nay.
Did you listen to it?
No.
It's-
How do you know about these, man? I didn't know any of these were coming out. Did you send these out or something?
Yeah,
that's all right,
I
but
sent
On
an
a
email
text?
out.
Oh,
on the
I don't.
itinerary.
Oh,
on the
I don't.
podcast itinerary.
I don't do email. No.
You got to get a hold of your
I
text.
have email addresses, but they do not get checked.
That's all right.
I'm on top of my.
So I
Not on top of my kid shit at school either.
Okay.
What do you think, Marl?
I did listen to the song, and I don't know. I'm a nay. I thought it was Slipknot. I think they're too defocused. They got so much other shit going on. Yeah, it's just
Like,
Okay.
What do you mean?
Are you
well,
opening a
have,
casino or something?
Stone Sour. Like they have like 3 bands. All
Oh,
those
do they?
guys. Yeah.
You know what? I recognize they're tremendous musicians, but there's only so much like this. It's chaos.
Jay Weinberg is
I-
an absolute witch.
He's a total beast on drums, but I cannot listen to that for more than a minute. It just drives me crazy. I don't like their style.
Okay.
It's standard Slipknot. So
I like
I'm gonna listen to
100%.
the album.
I like some Slipknot. I'm a not yay on that one. I didn't mind the song. I want to like the song, but couldn't do it. Okay, moving along. Bush. The album's called The Art of Survival. Comes out October the 7th. How did we feel about the song we listened to, Heavy as the Ocean?
I thought this was going to be complete dog shit.
Me too.
Fucking tremendous.
Tremendous.
Unbelievable
Absolutely.
song.
Loved it.
Oh my God.
A huge yay.
I didn't even know they were a band still.
Massive yay.
Magic.
Loved it.
Moral?
I think Bush is completely out of style, and I don't think
You like it shaved, eh?
there's no more Bush.
Oh, watching the Woodstock
no more
documentary.
Bush for
them
me.
Bush having to follow fucking
Corn?
Corn, and Corn actually tore the house down.
That's tremendous.
I thought they did a decent job,
they
actually.
survived it though, I guess.
I
eh?
thought they did a pretty good job, all things considered.
So I might need to give it another listen because I thought it was just average.
I was
I really
shocked.
like it.
I was shocked at how good it was. I was expecting it to be not good.
I really like it.
Oh, there's my email. Got it.
Red Hot Chili Peppers, they've got another fucking album out. They just released a double album, and then it doesn't help when they promote this as these were songs that didn't make the other album. But anyway, song called Eddie, which is a tribute to Eddie Van Halen. How do we feel about that song?
Love it.
Big yay over there.
It's hard to shit on a tribute song to a dead guy, but I didn't care for the song itself. No, they're probably hanging out with Weezer, just putting out like 100 songs a year now.
Yeah, I
What
feel
the
like they're
fuck is
just
happening.
super creative. What did you
I
think?
didn't
Mo?
enjoy the first couple minutes, and then when it got into it, I actually quite enjoyed it. But it was like a little.
That's because
bit of
there's like a 4-minute guitar
it was-
solo.
Yeah, it was
Dude.
a bit of a Frusciante exhibition. It was,
But
totally,
it's got to be. If you're doing a tribute to Eddie Van Halen, you better put some goddamn
Totally.
guitar in it.
So it was a nay at first, but now I think maybe a yay.
I thought it was incredible. I loved it, and I was thinking to myself, sorry, that if you're going to do a tribute to somebody, that's how you do it.
Yeah.
Not Metallica's Murder One. That was an absolute disgrace that they do that to my boy Lemmy. And thank God for the Red Hot Chili Peppers that could show people how it's done. I think they did a tremendous job in honoring Eddie Van Halen. Great tune. Big yay. Big yay.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm a mild no yay, but I appreciate the effort. They did a tremendous. It was a good. Their heart was in the right spot.
All right. And
There,
then,
there was nothing that resembled anything that Eddie Van Halen would do in the whole song.
no, because you can't, because they're not Van Halen.
They needed Wolfgang.
They did need Wolfgang.
He's
They
tremendous.
should have brought him in on
Fat
that.
Eddie. What he looks like?
But,
He's a much bigger Eddie Van Halen. The bigger Van Halen.
2.0.
he's 3 times the size.
He's
for sure.
240.
And then finally, Skid Row. Song called Time Bomb.
I thought Char was going to divorce me today, and it was this song. She came home, and her first thing out of her mouth after a cold stare was, "What the fuck is this?" Hey, it's Skid Row. Don't you
nay.
like it?
It could be one of the worst songs I've ever heard in my life.
It's so bad. I made it to the end. I had the remote in my hand, and I'm like, I wanted to just stop it, but I couldn't. I promised
It
myself,
could be.
make your way through.
It really could be. I don't know.
Holy done.
At first, I was like, you know what? Maybe this won't be bad. And then about halfway through, I'm like, holy fuck, is this horrible?
I think, you know what? I
It
think
just made it worse and worse as it went on.
I think hair metal's making a comeback because a lot of bands are releasing stuff and they're touring and people are going and all that. But that is a terrible song. That is a not yay.
That production, the 80s, like the guitar solo, like he's standing in a distant mountain, like there's so much fucking reverb on that. Just absolutely absurd.
it's hideous. It's absolutely hideous.
Yeah.
All right. So there you go, gentlemen.
Good list.
We're gonna move on now to a band that consists of Tim Salt, Dan Maines, J.P. Gaster, and Neil Fallon. Scorpio. Band called Clutch, a band that we I think we enjoy. We did things a little bit differently this time. We've actually gone through a lot of the albums and songs and shit like that to try and get some sort of a, I don't know, to figure out where this new material fits in the entire catalog. So I don't know where we want to start. We've seen them in concert a few times. They put on a hell of a show. If you've never seen them, if you like rock and hard rock music, I suggest you check them out. The artwork is tremendous, by the way.
I'd like to just quick story on how we listened to this.
Yeah.
They released a few songs prior to the album coming out.
Yeah,
And,
there were 3 songs.
This is the first time in years where the first time I heard this was on vinyl at my garage. You boys were there. I waited all day.
I did too.
Oh, it was hard.
So I went out record shopping with my daughter because she wanted to pick up some other stuff. She went off. She bought 8 albums while we were out.
Jesus.
I tried to keep it under control. I only bought, I think, 3 or 4. But this was kind of the reason why I went and bought it. So I didn't listen to it on Spotify. Bought the album. It was still shrink wrapped. Like I was dying to listen to it. But yeah, we didn't listen to it until that night, the evening of whatever it was, the 16th, I guess, when it was released.
Tremendous. It was a good way to do it. We should do that every time.
It's hard to do.
It is hard to do. Yeah.
It's hard to find. It's not like
Not
the old
everything
days.
comes out on vinyl.
Not everything comes out on vinyl, and honestly,
Surprised you found it.
you don't get it. The record stores don't get it at that same day. Like, it's not like the old days when the release day was the release day.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's issues with pressing vinyl. There's supply chain issues. Like, I'm in this Clutch group on Facebook. Shout out to the Clutch group on Facebook.
Got a Clutch group, eh?
Yeah, and there's a bunch of people there from the UK, and all of their shit was delayed. Like they still didn't have it, and they still didn't have it. And I was lucky. It was the third. Now, I went to 4 stores, and there's only 1 store that had it, and they had 3 copies, and that's all they had. So I picked up a copy for me and a copy for you.
Attaboy.
That was it. So it's not, that's the tough part. It's not like the old days when, we were talking about Use Your Illusions when 1 and 2 came out, and you'd go to HMV and South Center Mall, and they would literally have hundreds and hundreds of copies, maybe thousands. I don't know. But it was just, they were flying off the shelves, right?
A lot of mustaches that day.
A lot of mustaches. And so it doesn't work that way, which sucks because that's a great way to look at it, Gordo. I'd love to do album reviews and do it that way.
Yeah. It would be hard, though. You're right.
It'd be the best.
Yeah.
It was neat listening to those songs for the first time.
Yeah. Flipping the side. It was funny, too, because at one point we were like, what is that? We went to go back, and there was just no way to do that properly.
Yeah.
We're like, oh, well, guess we'll just catch it next
We'll just keep going. Yeah. Is that the end of the song? Is that the end of the side? Yeah. So
Does the length of this album have anything to do with fitting it on a record? It's not very long.
it's only 33 minutes.
33
I think.
minutes.
So you can get what can you
What
get?
is an album?
40.
I thought it was isn't it an hour? No. That's a CD. What is an album side?
So how do they do that? They make
CD
the
70.
record
I think a
smaller?
CD is 78 minutes. An album's
Oh, you're right. It's 78.
Bigger hole in the middle.
I don't know. But it depends how they cut it, right?
Yeah.
They can get more onto it, but It's not that long.
You might be
45
right.
minutes?
45.
I think
50
it's
minutes?
20 to 25 minutes aside, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
We should get
Max.
somebody to look at that. Yeah, something like that. But the other thing that I think is different about them, and I know we're kind of bouncing all over the place, but their set lists, because it's funny if you follow this band and look at their set list, they're on tour right now, and they on Instagram they will release their set list from the night before,
Yeah.
right? And they're
22 minutes aside.
and they're vastly different, right? They're vastly different. What I found out was that every night a different guy writes the set list. So
really?
they have a rotation. It goes Dan, JP, Neil, Tim. And different guys lean towards different
Sure.
albums or different eras, if you want to call it that, or whatever. So that gives it a really interesting mix of songs when you go from night to night, and you can, right, like you can see some nights when it's ridiculous that it's all mostly newer stuff, sometimes older stuff, or whatever. So I thought that was kind of interesting because I think generally speaking, well, I shouldn't say it. I don't know. I've never thought about how does a band create a set list.
Oh,
I always thought it was just the front man would figure it out.
Nope. It's a lot of fun, actually. That's my favorite part.
No?
Yeah, it was good. A lot of arguments.
I like the Facebook Clutch group where they set out every set list every day.
Yeah.
They're touring right now, so you're getting all the set list.
That's cool.
Now he's trying to analyze it. Why are they picking these songs?
Oh, yeah.
Well, we were just watching. I think that was their album release in Baltimore that we were
Yes.
just watching, and
Yep.
they had a good mix of old and new.
Yeah, the purpose of that one was interesting because they wanted to play every song off the new album, so it was really heavily weighted that way. But then they were pulling out some incredible old songs that were really good. We're what 40 minutes into that concert, I think, before we came to do this. But there's the one that I was trying to track down in Malmo, Sweden, that was almost all old shit and stuff that I've never seen live before, either obviously like live or just even on YouTube. But you can't find that video anywhere, which fucking sucks. Malmo. So the band for the most part is, we'll call it a 3-piece. I know it's 4 guys, but Neil rarely plays guitar, but he does play a little bit guitar. Musicianship, scale of 1 to 10, where are we at on that?
11.
Yeah.
This band goes to 11.
Yeah, we're going to 9.5.
Yeah.
Don't give out 10s too easy. But,
Okay.
dude,
They're
tremendous.
they're like a really talented stoner rock band.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, they got a little psychedelia in this one
Like
still.
that label, stoner rock. Take offense to it.
Yeah, why you gotta...
I like it.
Why is it gotta be a
I
stoner?
don't know,
Why do you
'cause
gotta be a stoner to like it?
Well, I was a big Caius fan before I was a Clutch fan, and I don't see them being that different. Clutch is just a little more refined.
Yeah, fair
you know?
enough.
A little,
Okay.
little more refined. And, well, on the new album, the backup vocals, which they never really did that much in the past.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and the female singers they've never done before.
Yeah.
That was completely
And
new.
I think the COVID thing, because they had to record somewhat separately and do
Mhm.
things differently, they had different options. So the new album had a lot of interesting stuff.
Yeah, different sounds.
Yeah.
That was different for them for sure. Do you want to
I
go
had
through a few?
I had like the Pink Floyd vibe going on
Oh,
some
yeah.
of the songs. Like
Yeah.
I was like, this is
Well,
so cool.
There's the one I think you're talking was Mercy Brown at the end with the chick wailing away. Totally reminds me of Diamonds in the Sky.
Yeah. Totally.
Total Pink Floyd vibe. And then
It
she
was
starts
no,
wailing.
that's a great gig in the sky.
Great gig in the sky.
Is a great gig in the sky with
Yeah.
it? Okay.
Yeah.
You're thinking
Yeah,
Rihanna.
Yeah.
Like shines bright like a diamond.
Diamond.
Yeah, I don't know.
Shout out to
I don't know what I'm
B-Rad.
thinking.
Shine bright like a diamond.
But
Well,
you're
they,
right,
had,
Pink
they had a lot of straightforward rock, like some really heavy shit.
Mhm.
And then they had some stuff where they just kind of like let it float.
Is this
No.
a Clutch album?
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. I think so. The more I listen to it, the more I
It's
like
right
it.
on brand, I think.
Yeah.
I think it's too out there, not much.
There's a couple that grew on me a lot that I didn't love at first, but there were some that just jumped right out at me that were immediately
First 2 songs freaking rule.
Yeah, they come in hot.
Yeah, they do.
It was funny reading a lot of the comments after the album went out that a lot of fans didn't love it. There
Really?
was a lot of negative feedback on it. It was, but a lot of people really, really loved it. But it, it was like, oh, this isn't a Clutch album, and this and that. You start getting into the arguments just around this band. You could almost say, for the most part, the first 5 albums, we'll say, were very similar. And then Blast Tyrant happened. And I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I've always felt like Blast Tyrant was it was a Clutch album, but it was different from the stuff that you had heard before. You heard a little bit of it on Pure Rock Fury, but I don't know what are your thoughts on
it changed the way, yeah. Every album after Blast Tyrant was different.
Yeah. Like Robot Hive. Sorry, let me just
Go ahead.
Blast Tyrant, then Robot Hive. Robot Hive was way different from Blast Tyrant, right? And then Beale Street was way different from the previous two. So it was, I don't know, I just see there's this kind of evolution. There's still a Clutch sound. Red Alert, Boss Metal Zone is a Clutch song,
100%. That could have been on
right?
any
of them.
early album.
Yeah, see, that's what I found. I found that the more I listened to this, the more I heard old stuff
Sure.
mixed with the new stuff, because he's
Okay.
gotten a lot more melodic with his vocals than he did
I agree.
in the old days. But the music, kind of some of the stuff that they did when they slowed it down and just kind of had the bass groove and the guitar, I thought, man, that could have been on Clutch, the Clutch album.
Yeah.
You know?
Bass
So-
groove. I think you mean Rickenbacker groove.
Rickenbacker.
Dude,
What a-
tremendous sound.
Oh, dude.
Crushing it. My man Dan is just absolutely crushing it on this album.
I've never been a guy to pay that close attention to bass players in general, and certainly not their gear. But the sound that he gets, and that Rickenbacker, like we were joking about it, before we started, like it looks like it weighs 50 pounds. Like
Oh, definitely.
he's gonna have. You think Tim's got back problems? Like, fucking Dan's gonna have some back problems with that. That thing
100%.
looks like he's actually hanging on to like a 1963 Studebaker.
100%. Like we strive for excellence. Tons of Rickenbacker. And
Tons.
just unbelievable. I don't know what. Is it his time to shine after 30 years? What is it?
Did we just not notice how good he was?
That might be.
No, he's always been that good.
Like, I think I'm stupid.
Go back to the early albums, and
Yeah.
the bass is like really prominent in all of them.
No, you're probably right.
All of them.
But his bass sound in this I don't know what it is. It's tremendous, but it's old school. Like it's not a new sound. It's just a Rickenbacker turned up really,
But
tuned really
thick.
nice. Thick.
Like, just like unbelievable. Like I don't know, man. It's not very often I get jacked up about the bass player.
They're usually clowns.
But man, he's really, really good. Plays without a pick and is like busy. He's not just sitting in the shadows just hitting the odd note.
Sure
He's
makes you
no Jason
want a
Newsted.
Rickenbacker.
He's driving a lot of these songs. It's fucking awesome.
Well,
to
one of my
watch.
favorite songs is Droid, and that is completely bass driven.
That's true.
The guitar's kind of there, but not really.
Oh, what's the other song? Jesus on the dashboard. Oh,
Space Grass.
that's great.
See,
bass.
those Droid, Spacecraft, those are the type of songs that are missing from the new album.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like they're, I don't know how more stoner rocky.
Yeah,
This is less stoner rock, this new album.
it's true.
What about Jack Hammer? Our names.
Yeah.
The last song.
That might be one of my least favorite. Actually, it's not a bad song, but it just didn't really do it
It's
for
got
me.
the Black Sabbath. The only thing I thought when I first heard it was, this is such a Sabbath influenced song.
There's a lot of Sabbath on this
Slaughter
record.
Beach is like one of the best tributes to Sabbath I've ever heard, without like blatantly ripping them off, like doing it in the right way. But man, that's a Sabbath
Is
tune.
that right?
Tremendous.
This whole thing is just crawling with Sabbath, and I love it.
Yeah.
Big
Drumming.
Sabbath guy.
Let's talk about JP for a minute, shall
Oh
we?
damn!
JP Gast, dude, that guy,
Fucking
solid,
witch.
just solid, crushing it. We just saw his set that he's playing, those sparkly green Gretsch drums. God damn, son.
And it's effortless, so. That's that like he
They all look effortless,
they all look effortless.
except for
The guitar,
Fallon.
the guitar player.
Fallon looks like the only one that's working hard.
He's like a storyteller. He's like,
Yeah,
always
he
like-
is.
He's always like, yeah.
Yeah.
Talks with his hands.
I'm surprised he's not Italian. he is, "Oh,
He should be. Neil Benante.
From Cuba. Oh, wait. It's Lombardo.
He's not Cuban.
So,
Oh, wait a minute. He's from Cuba.
so Red Alert, which is the Boss Metal Zone.
Boss Metal Zone.
Well, I didn't know the story because I was trying to figure it out. I was like, were they actually talking about the guitar pedal?
They had to
Or-
be.
No.
They're not?
What? So
This is disappointing, Mauro. You're crushing dreams.
So Neil Fallon found some conspiracy theory where the COVID vaccine. Remember they were talking about it had like microchips in
Yeah,
it
yeah.
or something, and that it was going to connect to 5G. Like,
Yeah.
fucking ridiculous. But anyway, one of the diagrams.
Yeah.
Of this thing in this conspiracy theory was the Boss Metal Zone, like circuitry, like the
What?
actual circuitry from the Boss Metal Zone pedal.
Really?
Yeah, so they're like, they're
I hope they get royalties on
they're
that.
throwing this idea out where it's like, oh no, if you get the vaccine, you're gonna be connected to 5G, blah blah blah, like fucking crazy. Anyway,
Do you get more distortion?
so he didn't want to write a. I just read this online, so bear with me. So he didn't want to write a COVID conspiracy song, so
Yeah.
he found this conspiracy about the Boss Metal Zone circuitry that was like being injected in.
Wow.
And-
This is actually better.
Way better.
It's insane.
I thought he was just writing about the pedal.
Well, because I was looking at the lyrics, I was like, this makes no sense. I thought he was writing about the guitar pedal.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah, and I was sitting in Long McQuaid, not maybe a week ago,
Looking for
staring
Boss
at the,
Metal
No,
Zone?
there was one there, $165 used,
Yeah.
and I was looking at it. I was like, yeah, I should get that. And I was like, nah, I didn't, but I'm gonna go back. I'm getting it.
It'll be gone.
I love that.
Now that this album's out,
Love
everyone's
that
going to
pedal.
be. Yeah.
Well, you got raked through the coals for going on that Alex Jones's show years ago, like 2011.
Oh, see, I didn't know that.
That's
And
right.
that Jones was trying to kind of push him. He's trying to push him towards conspiracy, and he's like, "No. It's like just like your show." But, yeah, one of his songs, he actually speaks to it. I can't remember what fucking song, but
I forgot he was on there. That's right.
I never
Yeah.
saw any of that footage. I had no idea.
it's kind of interesting.
I wonder
Good
what
story.
So I think the song's kind of like almost a parody
it could be.
of conspiracy theory.
Huh.
Love it.
Has to be.
Yeah.
Makes it better, actually.
It does. I agree.
I mean, I was cool with it just being about the pedal.
Do it every time.
But
Fridge door open.
conspiracy about the
Fridge
pedal.
violation.
Fuck.
Yeah. Wow. I didn't know. I didn't know.
Yeah.
Good story, bro.
Some
Oh, that
nut,
is good.
some nut job took the circuitry picture of the.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's where we live today.
Is that your favorite song on the album?
Well, it's getting there now.
It got an upgrade.
I have to say,
Moving up.
I think it is.
'Kay.
But Skeletons on Mars
Yeah.
is slowly making its way to the top.
This one's grown on me a lot. Started off kind of slow for me, and it's picked up steam in my rotation. 100%.
Yeah.
What about you, Huff? What's your favorite?
Oh man, I think I'm still holding strong on "We Strive for Excellence." The first time I heard that song, I was all over it. Now there's other songs on the album that I really really like. And when you and I were watching that, there was another streaming. They were at some festival,
Was it Hungry or
something like that. It might have even been Sweden as well because they did a bunch of or a bunch of shows in Sweden, but. It was on a Monday afternoon our time, and so we ended up watching it, and that was the first time I heard Nosferatu Madre,
Yes.
and we were texting back and forth. I said, "What the fuck is this song? Like this song's unbelievable." Yeah. So that was probably a close second. So if I had to, those are there. But there's those songs that the more you listen to, right? Like Morrow said, like it's creeping up. Like it's like, Mercy Brown. At first, I was kind of like, I don't really get it. I wasn't really into it. I've listened to it a half a dozen, well, maybe even a dozen times, and I really like that song now.
2 days ago, We Strive for Excellence was first on my list.
Mm-hmm.
Red Alert second. And then it was a toss-up. And then Skeletons on Mars. Today I listened to it a few times. I'm like, this actually might be my favorite song on the album. Like, it's close. I had to asterisk it because I was like...
Did it help seeing it live about 25 minutes ago or an hour ago, whatever it was?
No, because I heard it today and I was like, man,
okay,
fuck, it's a good song. The guitar solo in that song is like bananas.
Okay.
Like really good.
Cease, do you have a favorite tune?
The first two always got me right off the start. I like Three Gold Horns too.
Yeah, I do too.
Best lyrics on the album. Jazz music corrupts our youth.
Yeah.
I don't know why that makes me laugh.
Yeah, there's not. I still haven't figured out Jack Hammer our names. I'm.
It kind of, I don't know, like it just ends. I agree with you. It's not the greatest tune, but I always listen to the whole thing. It's like a outro to the album.
Doesn't
it's
it?
Kind of.
Yeah, that's
Does it
a good way
remind
to
you
put it.
a little bit of Planet Caravan?
A little bit.
Yeah,
Where it just got that
Yeah.
groovy kind of.
Again, going back to the Clutch group, there were a bunch of people that were just like, that's how you end an album. They were just all like just unbelievable. They loved, and I was just like, what am I missing? Like I've been trying very hard to figure it out. It's not.
So they start it with Red Alert, they end it with Jackhammer, and
Yeah.
You're right. Maybe it is a good outro.
it is.
I got to listen to.
They have
Gotta
done
go
that.
back to the vinyl.
They
Listen
have
to
done
the
that a
sequence.
little bit, I think. Again, talking out of my ass, but I feel like some of their albums, the last song on the album tends to be a little bit slower, a little bit different. Again, I'm probably talking out of my ass, but that's the way it feels. I don't know if that's accurate or not, but anyway.
I think for me, Nosferatu Madre is probably my favorite, but best title's got to be Mountain of Bone.
And three golden horns.
Right?
And Mountain of Bone's funny like that. We were talking about it earlier. It reminds me of, like, I feel like it should be in a James Bond movie, or there's something.
Deep purpley for me.
It's Deep Purple for sure.
I never thought of that.
Yeah,
And in a great
song.
way. I mean it as a compliment, but
absolutely. Yeah, if you're not a Deep Purple
that's
fan.
another one that took me a while to grow on, for sure. I know it's only been a week, but
The best thing about this album is it's 33 fucking minutes. And you know what? To me, 33
That's the
minutes.
worst thing about it.
That's what I love.
I want more.
I
That's
wanted
what
a
I-
couple more.
Well, that's the best thing about it because you know what? They just
It's full
Right?
of 3-minute songs.
yeah, like to me that's the best. I don't want 60 minutes of music. Give me 33 minutes of great
You don't
music.
want 33 songs released weekly? Come on.
No, man.
I could deal with the
To me,
8-minute Clutch
this-
song
this
though.
is the way it
12
should
minutes
be.
Clutch.
This is
I
the
got-
way it should be.
They could do long songs. No problem.
Space Grass. I mean, there's
Yeah.
a bunch. I mean, Space Grass is probably the most popular or most famous, if you will. But I don't know. I could use more. I'm not disappointed in it, but I love the album.
Does leave me wanting more though.
They
I'd
could
like to-
release another album in 12 months for another 33 minutes, and then there you go.
Well, and that's the thing. It's been 4 years.
Ooh.
Has
Right?
been 4.
They released Book of Bad Decisions September the 7th, 2018.
Those are facts right there.
Right there. I got it right off a wiki.
You know what? Maybe it's not the worst thing to have the album want us wanting more instead of the opposite. Oh, they didn't need that one on there. Oh, why'd they make a double?
It's how the Beatles did it.
Right? Yeah.
As long as they're not going to make me wait another 2, 3, 4 years for
I don't
another
think they
album.
will. I don't think they will.
If there's another one in a year, I'll be happy. You know. So when we talk about albums, so okay, we were talking about songs. So let me ask you this: is there any song on this album? And it's hard because it's new and it's fresh, so sometimes we get a little more romantic about the new stuff. But would any of these 9 songs crack your top 10 Clutch songs of all time?
No.
If we were doing a top 10, no?
Yes.
Yeah?
I think Nasra onto Madre probably would be in the late 9 or 10. Yeah.
You could make the
I
10?
think it could make it.
Morrow, do you think?
Red Alert was close to start with.
Yeah.
Might be. Yeah.
C's top
Yeah.
20 then?
Oh yeah, I could see top 20.
Yeah.
It's good. Again, enjoyed it all, but it could be new bias. Like I find
Yeah.
I find songs I like more the more I listen to them.
Mhm.
So it could be recency biased in the opposite way.
Yeah. Yeah, that's...
But every song I like, I love listening to the album, start to finish.
Yeah.
I heard the whole thing on the way here.
I've
Happy
listened to a shitload of it.
There's something
Yeah.
about this album that I
Makes
have
me happy.
enjoyed more than some of the last few. And it's not that I don't like the last few. This one, it was easier for me to listen to. It was shorter. It was like to the point. It was rocky. It was groovy. It was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it was a really good album. And
Okay. So let's go along with that then. So if out of, I don't know how many albums they have, 13? Does that sound right?
so.
Does that sound right?
Yeah.
What do we got here? 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 10, 12. This is their 13th album.
Lucky 13.
Where do you think, and it's hard to rank albums kind of off the top of your head, but would it crack your top 3, top 5? If you had, I mean, I know there's not a, here's the list if you need to refresh your memory.
I
But-
could make an argument that it could come in around 5 for me.
Straight in the middle. I agree.
One of their better, not their top 3, but I could make an argument for in my head for top 5.
Like Blast Tyrant for me,
Yeah.
I think for most of us, Blast Tyrant's probably at the top.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm a Psychic Warfare guy,
me too.
so Psychic Warfare is probably
It's really good.
number 2.
I put this right
Not
around where,
high, hey?
Oh yeah, I think Psychic Warfare is just fucking unreal.
I might put this just slightly ahead of Earth Rocker, but it's in that vicinity for me.
Yeah,
I like that album a lot,
I do too.
but it's probably right there for me.
Yeah,
I'd say 5-ish, 6.
yeah, it's
5,
It's-
6. Yeah.
it's top.
Probably around 5 for me.
You're a 5 as well.
Yeah.
Okay,
Huh.
so I think we're kind of.
It's consensus, I think.
I could make a case to go higher than that, like 3, 4.
Yeah.
But
3,
I think over time, right, you'll have to figure out where it eventually falls, because I think, like Cecil said, it's that recency bias where right now it's like it's fresh, it's all new shit. But I mean,
Do you think they'll make it here on this album?
they already did. That's the thing.
Oh,
We
that's
fucking
right.
dropped the ball.
Yeah. Your brother
they
went.
They were already here.
This is an absolute outrage.
How many times have you seen him again? Sorry,
5
Jason.
or 6. Yeah.
5 or 6.
I think I'm 4.
5. Probably 5.
I think I've seen them 4. The Palace, twice at the Warehouse. Was it the Warehouse?
You guys dragged me to the Earth Rocker show.
You're fucking welcome,
Yeah, good friends.
right?
Good friends do that.
Yeah.
I was gonna bail.
You tried to bail. You started early with some
did.
weak ass excuses.
did.
A week out. Oh, I got a sore throat. I don't know. You might want to find. You might need to just get a backup. Someone take my ticket just in case. Then we basically said, "Fuck you."
You kidnapped me.
That day, we're going. We're picking you up,
Yeah.
and we went. And then we drank 24 beers before the show
In
started.
the garage.
Not each.
In the gar- in the
this
garage.
3 ways.
Yeah,
In the garage.
In the
with
garage.
cars.
That's
was-
right. The cars.
that was detrimental to my
57
performance.
Chevy.
That was a launch pad, buddy.
But didn't they start that show with Earth Rocker? And
They started the show with Earth Rocker. Tremendous.
And now that I think of it, I have a bone to pick with them, because this last tour, they came before the album was out. Earth Rocker, they came here before the album was out. So they're always showing up when they've got a new album, but we haven't heard the fucking songs.
Just testing out their shit.
This is an absolute outrage.
Earth Rocker had just come out, I think.
They're like comedians. Rock stars don't go test their shit before
Mm.
they release the album, then they tour.
Yeah.
Comedians go test all
Testing
the
their
shit.
set on us, eh?
Yeah.
To the Western
And then they release
hinterlands.
their album.
Yeah.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
The Palace is a great place to see a show too.
Yes.
Like that is, I don't know what it is. Nostalgic. It used to be the old triple deck or double deck movie theater.
Yeah.
Absolutely awesome now.
Yeah. I've seen some good shows there.
Not me. Gangstar without the guru wasn't Gangstar.
Gangster.
Yeah, it wasn't that
weird,
good.
right?
was
Did
it?
you know
That's
That-
a weird show.
that they're missing members? Oh, dude.
No, I'm like, this doesn't sound right. He's got the smoothest, like silkiest voice in rap, and it was rap screaming.
So they had a different dude doing his parts then.
Yeah,
No bueno.
That's an outrage.
That is
Yeah, that
bullshit.
pissed
That's
me off.
money back material
Yeah.
right there.
another
Fuck
show
that.
we'll never see again. He did.
Damn, that's a bummer. Who opened
is a
for Clutch
bummer.
tonight? Was that Halloween band? That Pumpkin?
Orange Goblin.
Orange Goblin. Another stoner rock band. Orange.
not Goblin Cock.
No, it wasn't
We
Goblin
missed
Cock.
it though. We only saw like two
Just the
songs.
last two songs.
Yeah, we only saw a little bit of
Huff
that.
was pissed.
They were memorable though.
because
Well, it was the
we were
24
dragging
beers.
our feet,
I'm
eating
24.
pizza.
I'm an opening band guy. I am. I
True, you miss a lot that because you never hear it. You might not have heard of them then, but then
you
a
just
couple
never
years
know.
later, you're like, I missed who?
You just never know.
Yep.
And it's like,
Well, didn't Royal Blood open for Black Sabbath, and we missed that?
no, I don't think so.
That would have been.
Yeah,
that would have
pretty
been
sure they did.
stupid.
Saw Black.
I think they
No, I would have made
before
sure
it.
we didn't miss that. Royal Blood opened for Foo Fighters on the show that Ducci went to, and I kept
No.
telling him, "You have to go. You got to get there early. You got to see this band." And then he didn't, and I was mad at him.
the Van Halen tour,
Alice in Chains.
and I never see opening bands ever. Yeah, so I saw that one, and it was Alice in Chains.
You saw that one?
I saw
That
that
was a
one.
lot.
For
Long
Unlawful
time ago.
Carnal
Yeah.
Knowledge tour.
Early
And I
90s.
Managed to get there somehow early,
Wow.
and saw Alice in Chains. Yeah.
Yeah, you never know. You'd never know.
Clutch. There was I think it was the first Clutch. There's a band called Lion Eyes.
Liar. Isn't
Yeah.
that a fucking tragically hip tune?
Yeah. I think it's even spelt the same. And
I was gonna sing it. But I
we
don't
we
know how
went
sing
to
it.
that show, and that fucking band was great live, really good live. And I listened to some of their shit still. So I love the opening band. Like sometimes it's someone you've heard of, sometimes it isn't. But generally speaking, you can find some.
Some gems.
You can find some gems. There's some dog shit.
Oh, Goblin
obviously.
Cock.
We didn't see Goblin
Oh,
Cock.
that's right. It was the other one. The other Goblin.
But though, moral, because remember, we went to go see one of the first shows that we saw Clutch. We went to see COC.
Yeah, which is the band we wanted to see.
We bought tickets to go see COC, and Clutch was opening. And then we got there, and we were having a few drinks. It was at the university. And then all of a sudden, we heard the first notes of COC. And we're like, what the fuck? So we ran in, and we're sitting there, and we're like, we couldn't figure out what was going on. But COC, for some reason, had played first.
Oh, okay.
And then we stayed. And we're like, well, we might as well stay for this band Clutch. And then we saw Clutch, and then that was our life-changing moment.
Yeah,
We're
see,
just
I
like, what
had
the hell?
I had the Clutch at that point,
Yeah.
so I knew who they were,
I think you had Elephant Riders, too.
and I think we were and then we were just gonna, kind of skip the opening band ish.
Yeah. Well, there was another band on that bill.
COC was there, and we're like, what?
Did you guys see him at the warehouse?
They're like
Yeah.
hours before they should have been, and then Clutch played last,
Yeah.
and they fucking rocked the house. It was like,
Was it Mac Hall?
That was Warehouse, or was that Mac Hall? I can't
that
remember.
was Mac Hall. Yeah,
That was Mac Hall.
Great venue.
was it? It was the old Mac Hall.
Old
It was
Mac Hall.
Small.
Had the stairs at the back. And
Yes.
and then the bar at the back.
I saw DRI there. Oh, it was good.
Oh, dude.
Nice.
Nice.
Nice. Great show.
Noise.
Yeah. That's outstanding. So, anything else from the Clutch standpoint? I don't know if I think we've kind of covered it all.
Yeah. It's been fun. We should do this again.
Oh, what about? Do we want to give it? I mean, we've said we should do it again. So we've kind of sort of said where it lands in the overall catalog. Do we want to rate it out of 5? It is technically kind of an album review.
Yeah.
Where are we at? Anyone want to?
5.
I'll give it 4 stars. 4 stars.
Yep.
I agree. Solid 4-star
Could be more, but
out of 5.
I'll give it 4.
Yep. I think 4 that sounds reasonable.
Yeah, I agree. I think 4 is the number. I was going to go.
Solid 4.
Yeah, it's not good enough for 4.5.
No.
It's not.
But certainly not a 3.5.
No, it's not. It's in the mix. So,
But
if-
it's growing on me. Oh, dude.
it is really good. It is different. There are some fans out there that, you know, which I find funny because they're bitch and complain that the band is. I don't know. Has any band evolved more than this band? I mean, I know that's a very broad statement because we don't know every band on the planet, but
Differently. Every band evolves differently. Clutch evolves in a way that you can't hate them. You can't dislike anything they
which
do.
doesn't make sense because, like, Robot Hive and Beale Street and Strange Cousins are so much different from Earth Rocker and Psychic Warfare and Clutch and Elephant Riders. Like, the band doesn't make any fucking sense to me. I shouldn't like all their stuff.
There's
but
albums I could take or leave to a certain extent where I love some of the songs, but I don't love the album per se. But I liked them in the beginning. And, you know, this last album for me, I was like, they're doing what they do. They do a great job of it. Like, I was thinking about Pearl Jam, for instance. Like, there's albums of Pearl Jams that I won't even listen to.
yeah.
And 10 for me was amazing. And, you know, the last one was kind of not really that great. But Clutch, they just keep doing what they do. And they do it really well.
And they do, but it's different, which is like if you were to play, I don't know, I'm going off the top of my head. You're going to play Big News 1, and then you're going to play 10,000 Witnesses, and then you're going to play Firebirds, and then you're going to play Skeletons on Mars. The voice is obviously the same, but you wouldn't even think it's the same band.
It's a great mixtape.
It is a great
That would
mixtape.
be a solid mix.
So, anyway, is there final thoughts, closing words? Any?
Guys ready for a donut?
I'm ready for a donut. Anybody want to buy? Are you going to upgrade the Slammer to a Rickenbacker or what?
Dude.
Oh, I wish.
We're
but
gonna
I'm
start a
such
go-
That's
cheapskate.
Cecil's job.
Gotta start a GoFundMe.
Oh, yeah.
Go fund me for a
Your
Rickenbacker.
channel, go away
There's
family.
7 guitars in this house and 1 bass.
Yeah.
Actually, there's 2, but the other one's in the
I
storage.
just bought a bass with the warped neck.
Aw.
Check out your bass before you buy it used.
Oh no!
That's all right. I'm getting used to it, becoming a way better bass player because of it. Not too bad.
Nice.
It's a
Shaft is all bent.
It's a Squire. Stroke me, stroke me.
But you can play the Seinfeld intro.
That's not even a bass.
Oh, it's a keyboard.
No, it isn't.
Isn't it?
It's a guy does it with his mouth. Guy does it with.
Oh,
The guy from Police Academy?
No, it's not even that guy. No, it's not him. It should be. That's not a bad call. It should be that guy.
There's no way. Are you serious?
We're gonna while we're eating donuts, I'm gonna show
Thanks for wrecking the fucking show, man.
you. It's a dude that does it. Anyway,
What's that instrument that Neil plays in that one song? What
the
the hell?
theremin,
What the fucking
Thomas.
the magnetic witchcraft fucking.
You should play that because you suck at drums.
You know what? I don't need to hear this shit.
You know what? And that is a fucking outrage right there. So we're gonna get the hell out of here. So, you know, as always, we're gonna ask you to tell your friends and neighbors and people you know about. Hit that fucking outro.
Just give me a
What are you doing over
I
there?
thought it ran itself.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah,
this
the
is a
system's not
disaster.
working. that way.
Anyway, I don't need the music. I can go a cappella. Yeah, tell everyone about Picks and Sticks. You know the deal. Picks and Sticks podcast at gmail.com. Social media. Check us out on Instagram, Twitter. I don't even know what we have coming up. we got more ideas than anything. But let's just say we will see you again, or you'll hear us again. And until then, until next time, see ya! All right.
That was much better.